Hey guys, what is up? It is Bibzuda7 here again, and welcome to another RuneScape 3 vlog here today. In this video, we're going to be talking about this week's update and patch notes, and this time around we are having yet another Ninja Strike. This is the fifth one here. Probably has one of the lowest amounts of content changes, I would say, in this strike, but still some pretty nice fixes in here for sure. So nice to see these. Of course, the update was pushed back a day, I believe. I know there was a holiday yesterday, of course, for all of us who do live in the U.S., but I don't think there is one in the U.K. or anything like that. But either way, they had to push it back a day. I think they were trying to finish up some things for the Ninja Strike update, but yeah, they've done some changes to boss instances and then a couple of interface tune-ups. So I'm going to go over those now, but I think we'll do the boss instances last because I'll head there. I'll head over to a spot and check it out. But the first thing that I wanted to mention off is to do with the titles interface, which I think a lot of people, or actually, is it all these interfaces? Yeah, it is. So for all of these interfaces, you've probably already seen it. There's an addition of a search bar, which is definitely very, very nice. There are so many things in all of these interfaces, it can be hard to find what you want, especially considering who knows if the thing that you want to find is a follower pet or a companion pet. You know, I really don't know the difference between those a lot of times. And then titles is honestly even worse. Like, is it a description, an accolade, a title of nobility? Who knows? Miscellaneous, maybe. There was always, I don't know, hard to find stuff. So now there's also an additional all section, which wasn't there before. So there's all the titles in here, which will also make it easier kind of to find on your own. But it looks like they are not in any discernible order. I would have hoped they'd maybe have put them in alphabetical order, but that doesn't seem to be the case at all. So you'll still just want to use the search. So like, you know, you want to find your warden title, you can just search for it like that. That's nice to see. Same thing with pets. Maybe I'm looking for my fishing pet. I can just search it up and just like that, have it show up. Oh yeah. So that's pretty nice. I think that's a great little QOL thing for when you want to switch around any of your customizations. I know a lot of people did want that for sure. So yeah, that's very good. And you can also, of course, have the stuff filtered to only show what you already have unlocked, which is another beneficial thing to have, especially for this all interface when there are a lot of stuff in there. You can just go ahead and filter it to make it a little bit easier. Again, they also have removed some titles that were no longer obtainable from here, or at least they call them discontinued. So maybe there are some that are not currently obtainable. I'm not sure, because there's like those ones with that have to do with like the beach and stuff. Let me see. I know it's called like the completionist or the completionist. So it's not there as far as I can tell. They don't actually mention which ones, but they said they removed 14 discontinued titles. But if you already have them, of course, they're still there for you to use. So I think that's a good one there as well. They've also fixed an annoying bug that I was experiencing on my main that required you to click multiple times on the Grand Exchange interface after you selected an item from a search. That's good to see, I think, for sure. They also say that if you've completed the hard desert achievements, you'll be able to continuously auto pickpocket from the Desert Phoenix, which I think is great. I didn't know that. I thought that was already a thing for some reason in my head, but apparently it's not. I don't quite have those achievements done yet on this account because of Dominion Tower, but that'll definitely be beneficial to get done now to get those benefits. Other than that, there wasn't a whole lot else outside of the boss instances, but I want to jump into the patch notes before we head there to mention a couple of things in here. Apparently they fixed some issue with the next AOD instance, which if the fight had already ended, you could still enter, and were forced to log out in order to get out of there, which obviously was not great. They've added the A to Z and Z to A sorting in the quest interface. It says alphabetical. How can you... I don't know how, it says you can do alphabetical and reverse alphabetical, but I don't see the reverse alphabetical option. I mean, I don't know why you'd want it that way, but yeah, they say you can make it both ways there, but I don't see it here. Maybe I'm absolutely blind, but either way, a couple new additional ways to sort your quest list if you are interested in those. Let me see. I don't think there was anything. Apparently, the Doomsayer will now issue a warning about the Araxor boss fight, which is, I guess, an interesting thing that they added for some reason. They've fixed the fortune perk for archaeology, which is nice. It now will send the additional materials directly to your material bank. I'm surprised that was not changed back when Imp Sold was fixed, but yeah, they did fix that, which is good. Some random stuff for mobile, which is normally irrelevant. And then there was one thing in here that I think will definitely slip under the radar because it's like down in the other section and is not really mentioned anywhere. It's not even highlighted at all, but this might be good for some people. I saw people complain about this on Reddit when it first came out, and I definitely had issue with it because it was just a pain, and I didn't have the drops window open all the time. So you are able to keybind your area loot, and prior to today, it would open up the Rune Metrics drops window, this one right here, and I never had that open on my interface, and I just didn't like having it open. So it was annoying to use it when that window would automatically open whenever you use the keybind, and it also didn't make any sense why that would happen. So now I'm trying to even remember what button I keybound it to. No, that's not it. Was it this? Yeah, so now you can keybind it, open it up, and then I can just loot the stuff, and then, no window opens up. So definitely a pretty big thing for people who were not using it because of that, and I definitely was one of them. I think it's a great thing that they finally changed. Shocking to see that it actually happened after being out for so long. But if you want to keybind your area loot, you come to your settings, controls, and then down at the bottom of the action bar section, you'll see there's area loot right here. I have it bound to Control Z. You can bind it to whatever you want, of course. But yeah, that's definitely a nice thing. And then if there's nothing there, you can't open it, but it does give you a message regarding that. So if you weren't using it before, I highly recommend you add it to a button somewhere, because now there's no real reason not to at least have it, unless you're not using area loot at all, of course, which I wasn't using area loot for quite a while, but I have seen the light and definitely think it's a great thing to utilize. Saves you time and is just nice to have. So yeah, those are the main things for this week. I'm going to go now check out the boss interfaces here. I don't really want to go do a boss at this very second, but still just grab my gear in case I get attacked by stuff. But let's see what we've got. So they say on the main page that they have given the entrances to boss instances some new options. So we should have join and rejoin last instance on this right click here now. Yes, so you can see that. I guess join will bring up a dialog box. Yeah, so that's nice. Previously, obviously, you'd have to click it and then click this join button and then type the name. And then if you wanted to rejoin your instance, this is going to be important for obviously things like original next as well. I guess rejoin would work. Would rejoin work? I don't really know how rejoin works in terms of joining other people's instances. Like if you go do an AOD kill and go bank, will you be able to click rejoin for the next kill after the host has rejoined and made a new instance? I'm not sure. That could be good for that as well, but mainly brings to mind original next and also Araxor. Like pretty much anything where you go bank after each kill, you're gonna definitely make use of this nice little right click option that's been added. Obviously here at Twin Furies, not exactly a huge benefit, but this is just where I came to demonstrate it. But for sure at Araxor, I would definitely be using that. So not huge change, but definitely some nice little additions. Of course, that's what the Ninja team is all about, making things just that little bit nicer and more intuitive as to what you might expect them to be like if the game were absolutely perfectly polished. let me see. Yeah, and I guess that's it. So like I said, not really as big of a sweeping strike as they've had in the past ones for sure, and definitely didn't have quite as much nice QOL packed into it, but I think it was still pretty cool. The area loot thing is definitely an underrated change in my opinion. I mean, I know it might sound like not that big a deal beforehand, even just having this interface open, but I don't know about you guys, but I'm really like, I don't really want to say OCD because that's, I don't want to make light of that as an issue, but like I really don't like having the drop interface open for some reason. Like it just bugs me having it open on my interface when I don't want it there. I can't really, explain it too much, but it literally made me not use the feature. So the fact that they've added that change to make it not show up is pretty big for me. But maybe not. Maybe you guys had no issue with it, but if it was an issue for you, then definitely you're gonna appreciate that little change. And they definitely tried to sneak that one under the radar, not putting it on the main page or anything, bearing it in the patch notes. So hope that that might have let you know about it if you weren't aware. But yeah, that's pretty much it, you guys, for this video. Not too much else to talk about outside of that. We still haven't really seen anything in terms of what's coming next, which I really hope we do see, as of course we are quickly approaching June, believe it or not. Time is definitely flying by pretty quickly here, at least for me. I'm kind of shocked how fast the year is going by, considering it's just been all the days kind of blending together at this point. But yeah, we do have June starting on Monday. June 1st is Monday next week. So I'm hoping we see some kind of, it's kind of like halfway through the year. Maybe we'll see a mid-year checkpoint. I don't know. You know what I mean? I just want to see something regarding what's coming next, because we haven't really had anything new since archaeology that I can even remember. There's not been any, obviously we had the iOS beta come out, and there's been multiple more waves of iOS beta slots, by the way, which people were really upset about when it first came out. So good to see that they've quickly added additional slots as they go. But yeah, I'm just quickly looking through. I don't remember any additional things that were added since archaeology. And looking back through the patch notes, it definitely seems like there were not any more things changed or added, rather, aside from the ninja strikes. So it's been pretty much, however long, two months since then. So we really hope to see some new stuff coming, hopefully in the next month, maybe at least some idea of when the new things are coming. So yeah, I'll go ahead and stop rambling now. Hopefully we do see that in some sort of official release from Jagex coming soon. But either way, let me know what you guys think in the comments. Was that area loot little tweak big for you as well, or did you not care? Let me know. I'm interested to see if that was actually significant to anyone else. And yeah, hopefully those new boss interface options are going to be nice for you. Definitely looking forward to using them for my random solo bosses like RX or next. And I will see you guys in the next video. I did upload a Hardcore Iron Man episode 2 days ago if you missed it on Sunday, so check that out on my channel if you did. And yeah, appreciate all the support, you guys. Really hope you enjoyed this little video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.